Alright guys, in this video we are going to walk you through creating and sending out your wedding invitations. This is something you'll want to start designing when you're about 8 to 10 months away from your big day. Now, there is no right or wrong way to do this, but I'm going to go over the ways that I have found to be the most effective and budget friendly. Speaking of budget, you should anticipate spending about 2 to 3% of your total wedding budget on your invitations and any other stationery items. So make a note of what that looks like within your own budget and keep that as a reference point moving forward. Alright, so the first option would be to send out physical invitations, and this is by far the most common practice done in wedding planning and something that most couples look forward to. A lot of couples will use the pictures they received from their engagement shoot to try to create some highly personalized invitations or save the dates. The downside to using physical invitations is that they're more expensive and they take a little longer to deliver, but to most people that's a fair trade-off for the nostalgia of receiving a physical invitation in the mail to stick on the refrigerator. The other option you would have is to do a digital invitation, and this is essentially doing the same job, but it's delivered via email instead of a physical letter. And there's an argument that invitations are more likely to get lost this way, but you could say the same thing about physical mail as well. So this just comes down to whichever method that you prefer. Now, if you're looking for a budget-friendly version, but you do want to have a printed invitation for your detail photos on the day of your wedding, you could always send out a digital invitation to your guests and use an app like Minted to get a physical invitation for your photographer to photograph your details on. And speaking of Minted, we will cover that in just a minute. Once you decide, you'll need to get an idea of which items you'll be ordering, so let's break that down. Save the dates are typically what couples send out to their guests first to notify them that you have picked a date for your wedding and would like your guests to be aware of it should they plan on attending. Most people will send these out about 8 to 10 months in advance, but make that 10 to 12 if you're planning a destination wedding. The role of the wedding invitation is to formally invite guests to your wedding and to present them with any additional details about your event, such as the location, timeline, or other important information that they need to know. If you've decided to go the route of creating a wedding website, then you can just direct your guests to that using the invite. Some couples choose to make programs to hand out to guests prior to the ceremony so they know exactly what to expect. Personally, I don't see this get used very often, but you might find that it's something you want to include in your own wedding should you have a rather lengthy ceremony. Next up would be the menu. Now that you've had the opportunity to connect with your venue and your caterer, you should have an idea of what options you'll be including on your menu. If you plan on having a plated dinner, providing guests with a menu at their table would be the expectation. Otherwise, buffet-style dinners or plated dinners where guests placed their orders in advance can go without this add-on. Place cards are something nearly every wedding will have. Typically, these folded cards will be used to assign seats based on how you set up your seating chart, but you'll also need to make similar cards for buffet stations, dessert bars, appetizer stations, and anything else you might plan on including. When making this list, I'd play it safe and order at least 2 copies for anything labeling food, just in case someone dribbles a little spaghetti sauce on it when setting up. Lastly, you've got thank you cards. As a general courtesy, we do recommend ordering a blank stack for you to handwrite and send out to any guests after the wedding. In most weddings, this is a normal expectation since many guests will come bearing gifts. It's seen as a sign of good faith and appreciation to send these out. Most couples will also set aside a thank you card for each of their vendors to be handed out to them at the end of the night as a show of appreciation for their hard work throughout your day. It's also not uncommon to see tips included in these either, and again, this is not required by any means, but it's just generally seen as a kind gesture in most practices. If you find yourself thinking that you'll likely use most, if not all of these different prints, then it'll probably be worth looking into getting a matching suite set. This is where you can take your custom invitation design and apply it to each of these other stationery items for a bulk order. Once you've got an idea of what items you'll be wanting, the next step would be to find a place to start designing them. And for those of you who have decided on doing physical invitations, here are a few of our favorite platforms for this. Starting with Zola. Like we mentioned before, Zola is one of our favorite platforms because of all of their customization options and seamless integrations for anything that you might need. And if you've built a wedding website using their platform like we did, then you'll have the option of importing your whole guest list and saving you a bunch of time. Zola has hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of beautiful designs for you to pick from and customize as much as you want. You can even select different paper textures and have a free sample sent directly to your house to make sure that you love it. Wedding Everything members will also receive receive a 20% discount on their first purchase using our exclusive code. Simply to Impress is another one that couples love. These guys stand out from the others due to their rather unique card designs, many of which take funny shapes, curves, or irregular edges. And not only can you customize everything from the colors to the font to the decals, but you can also get custom addresses printed right on the envelopes, which saves a lot of time later when mailing these out. Their products are also quite affordable and are known to run the occasional discount from time to time, and I've personally seen some discounts up to 50% off and include free shipping. Another option for custom wedding invitations is Minted. These guys offer a very similar experience as far as customization goes, but tend to be a little bit more pricey. However, depending when you visit their website, you can normally find discounts anywhere from 20 to 30% off. For those of you who want to go the route of sending out digital invitations, here are the platforms that we would recommend. Evite is probably the most popular digital invitation platform out there because they've got a bunch of different design templates for you to pick from with some basic design customization as well. Guests can receive these invites instantly via email, text, or on social media, but the best part is that their service is free. They also have a premium option which allows you to mail out physical invitations using the same design process, and this will end up costing about the same as the other platforms, but it's nice to know that you can do both. The only downside to using this option would be that it's exclusively for invitations only, so you wouldn't be able to get the other stationery items that you might need and have them match, but free is free. Last on the list is Canva, the ultimate design platform. Canva is quickly becoming a favorite tool for most creators, including myself, because of its simple to use drag and drop customization and user-friendly experience all around. They've got templates for literally anything you might need, and you have the option to also start creating from scratch. Their basic service is free, but they've got a ton more customization options if you decide to go the Canva Pro option. I personally use this all the time and I love it, so I think Canva Pro is absolutely worth it. And right now you can get Canva Pro for $12.99 a month, but they also run discounts pretty frequently as well, so keep your eyes peeled for one of those. So this should give you a pretty good idea of what to look for, where to start, and how to get the most bang for your buck. In the next video, we're going to walk you through customizing and ordering a set of our own invitations for our couple, Olivia and Christopher. If you have any questions about what we've covered in this video, feel free to post those right in our private Facebook group or email us directly at support@wedeverything.com, and I will see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget that you can subscribe to our channel right here, and we will see you in the next video.